XRP price update.
Let's get into it.
So today, guys, we are going to be taking a cheeky look at XRP and specifically the price action of the XRP coin. How is it going to be faring in the coming days and weeks? We're going to get into the technicals and try to give you a bit of an insight as to what is going on here with the XRP price. As always, if you find this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with everything we do here, those new cryptocurrencies, those hidden gems, the technical analysis and news, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free. You'll stay well informed, so why not? And Chris, anything you would like to add now before we jump on down into the charts and start reviewing the XRP price?
Yeah, just let us know what you think of the core stuff yesterday. Really interested to get your views and opinions.
Fantastic. Right, let's jump on down and get right on into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, guys, this is XRP to the USDT daily chart. Binance is the data source for this piece of analysis. Now, I have just quickly removed the Fibonacci retracement that was running from down here on the 4th of April through to the high up there on the 14th of April. That was a 250% move in 10 days. The reason that I removed this was because obviously we can paste on a new Fibonacci from the high point that was up here on the 14th of February down to the recent low that was actually achieved on the 23rd, right? And by doing this, it gives you an idea as to why that breakout event actually stopped and is now reversing. So I'm just going to put this on here so you can see exactly what we're talking about. So in this particular piece here, you can see the high that we had up here on the 14th of April. We then also had the correction that came all the way down here to the low of the 23rd of April, right? In that particular run there, we then got the reversal and we started to climb back up, but we stopped when we found resistance at that 702. And the 702 is previously an area of support over here as well. And the 702 is a real key area that we were more than likely going to run out of steam and we're going to find some form of resistance there. So we were kind of expecting a bit of a retracement at this point in time. And then obviously looking to potentially actually back test down to that 50% area and confirm that's now support and then move on up. So at the moment, we're actually just below the 618, so about $1.55. We'll expect it to fall maybe a little bit lower. And again, that's just a back test to backfill the gap that's been left behind. And then hopefully we'll go ahead and move on up. Obviously, we would have been fantastic to kind of come up into this area here above the 702, above that $1.64 area, before the weekend has actually finished. But it was unlikely to happen. It was a long shot at best. So we are expecting the correction here. And then obviously we'll get that reversal from this particular small correction. And that should hopefully take us into a pretty strong area next week. Now, obviously, as Chris was alluding to, everything going on with the SEC case is going to be, really beneficial to pushing further forward here with the XRP price. But Chris, have you got any thoughts on the SEC case and the implications of that case on the pricing?
Well, my thought process hasn't changed like this whole time. From the moment the news broke that there was going to be this case in the first place. I still feel like there's going to be a settlement that's going to, each party is going to be happy with. I can't see the SEC, they've got a weak argument, and I think they're clutching at straws, to be honest. It's going to be interesting to see what decisions made off the back of everything that was covered off yesterday. So
fantastic. Yeah. So guys, I've just put the old Fibonacci back on here. So again, this now runs from the low level on the 4th up to the 14th up there, right? And then we can see those retracements and where they came down to, which was as low as that 236 area. And actually looking at this from this perspective, it actually shows that resistance was found at the 786, which again would have been expected to run out of steam, as this is the key area that you want to get that weekly closed candle in. But also it was doubly important yesterday, and the reason that you didn't see this was it would have also have been the month end candle. So to get a candle closed up here would have been really difficult, considering it was not only the month end candle, it would have been very significant to moving the price further forward. And I don't think we're quite there yet. So it was kind of expected that we were going to pull back. There was a chance that we could have done that close above that area, but it was a bit of a long shot. And obviously it hasn't played out that way. So we are getting that correction. Now, this is actually currently resting on the 702 with this Fibonacci. And that would be a good area to see if it holds. Of course, we were kind of expecting it maybe to fall down to $1.44, 42 around that area. That would actually come in at the 618 on this particular Fibonacci. So again, we could potentially come back down here. And this gain is an area that we need to confirm as support anyway. So if we were a pullback, that's most likely where the support level is going to be found. And that wouldn't be a bad thing, guys. A small kind of, retracement, and then that everything is gearing up, ready to take the next step. So again, we're looking at the correction here, nothing to worry about, and it should be over shortly, and then we should move on up. So again, just to reiterate, on the Fibonacci from the high to the low, during that retracement, we came up against resistance at the 702. And then when you have the Fibonacci pasted up on and painted this way, it actually shows you that the resistance came in at the 786, which again would have been made a lot of sense here for that monthly close candle. Now, obviously, we're looking for that retracement. In the case of the previous Fibonacci, that was the 50% retracement zone, and in this particular one, it's the 618. Okay, so those are the areas that we're looking for, just below where our current position. Of course, it might never actually happen. It may never actually come down that low, and actually, the 702 support is enough. And we'll get into a little bit of what's going on here with some of the other technicals in a moment. Everything to play for at the moment. If it comes down, it comes down, and we've got good support at about $1.43 or $1.42 in that kind of zone there. So ultimately, guys, the volumes are decreasing over time here. There's a little bit of a pump here during the motion to the upside and trying to get that breakout event past the 618. And right now, it's actually lower than the previous day, as to be expected. Now, we're starting to get that reversal within that relative strength index, and that's moving down quite well. We're currently at 61, obviously loads of room to grow, but we'd like to get this a little bit lower if we are going to have that correction anyway. So things to watch out for there. What I'm going to do is just pull this down into our 4 hourly and just have a look at some of the things that are going on here with the candles and those moving averages. So straight away we can see that the 100 moving average actually was acting as resistance for the most part across here, and then actually flipped and turned into support here, but it hasn't been stress test. Okay, but we have come across and higher than that 702, trying to really push into the 718, but haven't been able to. And you can see here from this set of candles on this 4 hourly chart that we've actually found pretty good support at that 702. So if that holds, then we should be in a pretty good spot. And with that, obviously we were overbought in the way up there, and we are correcting nicely right now. So we are pulling this relative strength index down, and the reason that the price is stabilizing up on that 702 is testament to the volumes being nice and low. They spiked up on the way to the upside, and they've dropped right down as they stabilize across the 702 Fibonacci level. So if that continues, we should be able to retrace our relative strength index quite low and still provide a pretty good price up there at the 702 level. And that would be absolutely fantastic to continue us moving on up. But again, do expect maybe coming down to the 618 at that $1.43 area. And that does not change looking at this piece of analysis either. So what we're going to do is just pull down into our hourly. And again, you can see how that volume really has declined massively. But a good sign here, guys, is actually we have the 50 moving average and the 100 moving average actually above that 618 area. Okay, so that Fibonacci retracement, that previous resistance, and you can see how strong that resistance was from the set of candles over here, that actually is a good area of support, hopefully, if we come down to it. With that being said, though, the 50 moving average, it could be a good area of support, as it is moving right up alongside our candles right now on this hourly chart. And this 50 moving average was an area of support over here and over here, as we found that resistance level at that 618. So we actually sandwiched those candles between the 618 and the 50 moving average, and then we had that breakout event. So things are looking pretty good from that perspective, with the 50 moving average moving up to where the candles are right now. That 50 moving average could take XRP to the next level, which would be really interesting to see unfold. And just below that 50 moving average, we do have that 100 moving average. The 200 is a little bit lower than the 618, so we're going to discount that for now. Also, on this hourly chart, Chris, things are looking incredibly nice. So that relative strength index is showing a level of 49 with loads of room to grow to the upside. We have here our blue line. This comes in at 47.2, and the 47.2 is an area that we came to have bounced from numerous times in the past before actually moving on to the upside. So this area is going to be absolutely key, and it looks like we're going to have a lots of potential here to move XRP price up once again. So looking at the hourly, it's actually contradicting that of the daily and of the 4 hourly. And because this is a tighter timescale, I'm more inclined to say that actually we are not likely to fall down to that 618 area. Instead, we are more than likely going to start pushing up towards the 786. So what I'm going to do is just pull this back up into our daily here and just to start reviewing this. It looks like we found the bottom area of XRP with that support level at the 702. And there might be a little bit of volatility between the 702 where we're trading sideways along that line right now. But if that 50 moving average in the next few hours continues to go the way that it is, it's more than likely going to be forming a good area of support and could take XRP up into that 786 area, which again, tomorrow would be a fantastic day to have an XRP coin, an XRP price above $1.66. If that is the case and you get a weekly close candle above $1.66, that's going to be in a very, very strong position for next week to come. So things are looking very, very good here, Chris, for XRP. I think it seems to be pretty strong. We have lots of technical indicators here that are telling me that actually XRP is more than likely going to be moving up in the next week or so. And the first price target, Chris, for XRP, according to our Fibonacci extension level, is $2.83. So a pretty good and juicy price target. What I'll do is I'll see if I can just grab hold of my price range just here and just pull this down into our first price target. That is an 83% move from the current position. So not a bad move for XRP at all, Chris. And I think we could start seeing that because there isn't a lot of resistance between getting past that $1.66 area, moving past that. There isn't a lot of resistance up there into the next areas, really, Chris. So I think once we get past that, we should be in a pretty good position to kind of power on through and try to work our way towards that $2.83. But of course, the main resistance level I think we're going to be fighting has to come up here, just 147% away, which is the previous all-time high at $3.84. And once we get past that, well, the sky's the limit almost, right? Because the second price target comes in at $4.24, and then that is followed up by a $5.65, and then at the top there, 320% away from the current position is $6.52. So lots to play for in this particular Fibonacci retracement, and of course that is a tiny amount in comparison to what actually the bigger picture is looking like, guys. And we've spoken about this a few times. For me, I'm looking at this one here. This is the third price target, and that retracement zone comes in at $13.69. So lots of things to really look forward to when it comes to XRP. Loads of room to grow. And yeah, we're just ticking off some of these smaller price targets, Chris, on our way to the upside, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. And Chris, is there anything else that you would like to add to this price update for XRP?
Just, I expect this project to do remarkably well. We've seen all the project plans. We did all our analysis and, digging in deep to this project, looking at the partners, looking at who the partners are partners with, looking at the people that have moved from where they've moved from, who they've moved to, where they've moved from Ripple and where have they gone, and all of this sort of stuff, right? So we're ultra confident in this project. Go do your research if you're unsure. There's lots of FUD out there, so you just got to kind of navigate yourself around all of that FUD. But with that said, our positions haven't changed apart from they've increased.
Exactly. The second that lawsuit happened and got dropped, that was a huge opportunity, if you could see it that way, to just accumulate more XRP. There wasn't a scenario in our heads that would tell us that actually this is going to end badly for XRP holders. There was a short-term losses, right, that were that wiped a lot of people out. Admittedly, a lot of people got scared. They sold potentially at a loss. And, you know, it is a loss if you do that. Of course, our positions, we never sold any. We just added more. And during the early stages of December, Chris, everyone was saying, oh, I wish the price would go down so I could accumulate more. Your wish kind of came true. An early Christmas present from Jay Clayton. You could accumulate more XRP. And had you done that like we did, then you would be in a very fantastic position right now. But above and beyond that, the things that these technical charts are indicating to us is that XRP has not been left behind in the alt season. It is participating, and it is going to do incredibly well, at least in our opinion, in 2021. So yeah, we increased our positions, and we're happy that we did.
Yeah. Awesome.
Fantastic, guys. If you found this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with those new cryptocurrencies, hidden gems, technical analysis, and news, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free. You'll stay well informed, so why not? And with that said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.